Hi, I'm Alexandra, a psychic spiritual counselor, and welcome to Alexandra's Psychic Eye. The Akashic Record is a powerful tool that enables people to grow in consciousness to support them in their personal lives and relationships with the divine. Tapping into the record aids people in the fundamental shift from self-reliance to God-reliance. Old worn-out patterns are confronted and released, allowing an expansion of your life's potential, a greater sense of your own personal power, and connection to God becomes more defined. Don't go away as we explore methods to tap into this amazing tool for your own spiritual growth. Stay with us. Welcome back to Alexandra's Psychic Eye. Linda Howe is the founder and director of the Center for Akashic Studies and the leading expert in this dynamic field, specializing in the use of the Akashic Record as a path of empowerment and consciousness development. Linda is the author of How to Read the Akashic Records and has taught thousands of students to accurately read the Akashic Records themselves. Thank you for joining us and coming all the way from Chicago, Linda. We're really happy to have you here. Now, would you explain to our viewers what exactly is the Akashic Records?
Of course, and thank you. It's wonderful to be here today. What the Akashic Record is a soul-level dimension of consciousness. So it's a dimension of consciousness that contains the archive of every soul and their journey. So everyone's record, everybody's in it. We're all in the record, okay? There's no getting out, and there's no reason to, but we're all in the record. But there are two parts to everyone's record. There's the fixed part and the more mutable or changeable part. The fixed part, what that is, it's fabulous. It's the blueprint of your soul. It's the essential essence of who you are and who you will become over time.
Where does this come from, the Akashic Record?
Where does it come from? Well, it's always been. It has always been. It is the record of the soul. So the existence of the Akashic Record corresponds to the existence of the soul. So as the soul came into being, the record came into being as well.
Amazing.
So it's been traveling along with the soul through time. But you know, there's the fixed part, but I want to explain this. Just the second part to everyone's record is the catalog of the stories of who you've been through time. The stories of your lifetimes as you come to know yourself as that essential blueprint.
Well, you know, in my psychic spiritual practice, over the years I've had many people come to me and I've done past life regression.
Right.
Is it kind of like coordinated to that?
Do you know, that's very interesting. It's definitely, past lives are absolutely available in the record because the record holds the past, the present, and the future of every person. Okay, it's all in there. What's different though is everything is not immediately available. Past lives only become available as they support us in our growth today. So it's not like this fishing pond, we go in, oh, who was I? No. What it is it's like if I'm having a difficulty in my life today with a person or a situation, I go into the records and I ask, where did this begin? Where, you know, what's the source of the problem here?
Right.
And because when we go from an ordinary state of consciousness to an extraordinary state of consciousness, I mean, you know this yourself, time collapses, right? It's all there because there's really only now, you see.
Well, not to interrupt you,
That's
but
all right.
supposing you give us an example of someone that has come to you with something where you've opened up their Akashic records and how it's helped them, from then till now?
Okay, it's great. So here's what this woman came. This is not too long ago. So this woman comes in and she's really having a tough time with her sister. She loves her sister. Her sister says she loves her. She's not so sure, but but they have a very lot of tension, a lot of bickering and carrying on, okay? The two sisters. But here's what happens.
It's like a love-hate.
It's definitely a love-hate, okay? Yeah. And there's this almost like they can be very close for a while, then they're fighting, then they're back and forth, back and forth. But here's what happens. My client comes, so we open her records and ask, because these are smart women who normally can solve their problems. The records really are great for problems that we can't figure out. Like, anyway.
This is one of those problems.
This is one of those problems.
Yeah.
So we go in the records, and here's what happens. We see very clearly that in another time, my client had been kind of like a princess. Just one of many princesses, but a princess, okay? So she's a princess, and she has an assistant who is helping her in that life, who's helping her, who's her confidant. They are very close. But my client, you see, it really is not a relationship of equals. But my client is very used to saying to her, do this, and she does it, right? So what happens, it's so funny. So as we're talking about this, it turns out as she's responding like, yes, yes, yes. So here's the problem. The problem is she has been treating her sister
like her assistant.
And the sister is over it. So what happens? She's way over it. So what happens, this is really great. She realized she's trying to force this relationship that is really inappropriate. These are women in their 40s, you see, completely inappropriate.
Goodness.
So she goes home, but she realizes in the reading, oh my God, I have to stop this. I'm like so out of line. She stops ordering her sister around. Listen to this. So she stops doing that. She stops expecting her sister. She would expect her sister to wait on her practically. And her sister would always say, why do you want me to wait on you? Like that. Anyway, so my client, through the work in the records, of course, it was terrible, but it was funny, yes? So we're laughing. She goes out. She's dealing with her sister. So come to find out, the relationship is better than ever.
Oh, how wonderful.
Because she was now open to have a relationship with her sister the way she is now.
Sister to sister.
Sister to sister, shoulder to shoulder.
I can see that.
It was fabulous.
So it's like things from the past, just like when people come to me with past life problems, it opens up, so to speak, the treasure chest of things that have happened before that we don't remember, but yet it's in the subconscious. And once you make that subconscious conscious, then they can resolve. It's amazing, isn't it?
It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing.
Now, in one of your articles, you discussed the changes that are taking place in the world due to our 2012 destiny. Explain what role the Akashic Records play in this transformation.
This is a great question. It's a great question.
I only ask great questions.
I know you do, but it's a great question. So here's how I understand it. Okay. We are really at the foothills of a great spiritual revolution. I know you know this. Okay. This is the time of great change, dynamic change at every level on the planet.
It's like
here we go.
A whirlwind.
Economic, political, environmental, at every level.